Good morning, everyone. We are here at my semi-local auction house, and they've got a few gems to look at. I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys along. Hope you enjoy. Just finished a video on this Allis-Chalmers HD5 diesel. I thought it was deserving of its own video. Moving on to the agricultural side of things, got a beautiful old McCormick WD9. She's a diesel. Got a beautiful old injection pump on it. Kind of had an attitude about these old tractors. You don't get that with the newer stuff. Straddling that all day would make a man out of you. Hoo-wee. Old drawbar has seen some action. Sway bar's seen some action too. About worn halfway through. Not knocking the tractor by any means. Say this unit came from the same place that the old HD5 did, because it has the old school style label maker on it. Kind of an older restoration, I believe. PTO is tucked way up under the slow moving sign. Just a unique old tractor. Still has the big flywheel on it, the old fiber flywheel. See there? Not flywheel, excuse me. Flat belt pulley. Oh goodness, haven't had enough coffee yet today. Hydraulic pump mounted right out front. I believe that would make this live hydraulics on this girl, with it being mounted out front like that. Big old sediment bowl as well. Dual battery, very nice. Hydraulic reservoir here with sight glass. Interesting. Curious if that is an aftermarket hydraulic setup on this. If somebody knows, please comment. Just a unique old tractor. Has one gauge on it, right there. And they have the two up in the hood here. It's always kind of unique. Right there. Oil and water temp. And then this one has the single vent cap. A little bit crusty. A little bit crusty in there as well. This is the single vent cap, and I always hear Farmall talking about how you can order a double vent or something to that effect. Check the oil on the old girl. That's a dipstick you do not want to lose. Gotta sneak it up out of the coil. That is a heavy-duty old dipstick. That thing's got to be 5/16 thick and solid. Deep embossed letters in there. Very cool. All right, let's move on to the other antiques. Moving right on along, we have a small little Allis-Chalmers. I do not know what this is. Again, I am no Allis man. Never cared for them. Got the cultivator still on it. Kind of unique. Don't know a ton about them. I know it's missing a wheel, and she looks a little bit crusty. Got the old mag on it. Doing the old shoulder lean. A cute little old thing. Be comparable to a Farmall Cub, if I had to venture a guess. Cute little old dude. I am certain she is a parts machine from this point on. And you definitely have to have a love for them to even mind the parts out of the old girl. This is all selling at Bauer Auction Service. We've done a lot of work with these guys over the years, and they sell some interesting equipment from time to time. I'm gonna have to pause, let this fire truck go past. Moving right on along, we have an old Massey Harris 44. If I had to guess, I would say inoperable. Condition unknown. Looks like she may have been repainted at one time. Kind of crinkly. Got some overspray on it. Probably were painting a grain bin beside it, if I had to guess, with the glittery aluminum paint. Got a soup can over the exhaust. That's good, at least. Kind of a beautiful swept carb mount there. I like that. Was never really a Massey Harris man. A lot of people would think I would be a Massey Ferguson tractor man, but never really cared for those either. They didn't have the right look. I was always a Moline man. Unit does have power steering. That's very interesting. Would have been a very, very nice feature to have on something of this vintage. Steer tires actually look pretty good for what they are. 4-cylinder gasoline, of course. Just a good looking old tractor for what it is. Looks like they've been playing with the plugs. 3 different hydraulic spool valves back here. Take a look at it. Maybe they had a loader on it at one point, because they only have 2 hydraulic ports coming out the back here. Okay. Then they would have had this as a primitive 3-point system, if you could even call it 3-point. I know Case had the Eagle hitch. Not sure what Massey Harris had. Here is a telltale sign of an older plow tractor. Your plow furrow is on the right-hand side, and my working theory on why both right tires are flat on these 2 older tractors is because they did more work down in the furrow. That's my theory, at least. I talked to Charlie about it as well, and he said, well, they always would have issues with the right seal because the oil would turn and flow downhill, of course. And as you can see, this old girl is oily comparatively. Starting to rhyme here. But definitely a lot more oil coming out of the right-hand side, which would have been down in the furrow side. The old Massey Harris seat looks to be in pretty good condition. Old steering wheel, throttle. The gauge cluster right there. Unique old tractor. Drawbar has seen some use. Not nearly as much as that old WD all the way over there. Let's move on. We've got an Oliver. The engine panel's still on. Has a place for the flat belt there. Beautiful old tractors, these Olivers. Has the brass Oliver badge. Beautiful. Sheet metal is very, very straight on it. No idea what this is either. I think they had some 66s, maybe 88s. I've only seen them at tractor shows, never seen one in operation. Kind of have to have a love for them if you're going to track them down and remember them, which I never really had any love for just about any of the tractors here, to be honest with you guys. But I do like to document them, especially since they're somewhat close to home. The very unique brake pedal setup there, where they're like triple linked together. Slam the middle for both wheels, or you slam the left or the right. That's very unique. Clutch pedal is smooth as glass. May have come that way from the factory though. To look at the dash cluster. I'd say this is a unique transmission for something this old. 6 speeds. Wow. 6-speed transmission on there. That's something. And an accelerator pedal. I like that. Very modern features on this tired old girl. Very unique. Drawbar has seen some work, but nothing to write home about. I think the manufacturers, when they were building these, they started outpacing themselves rather quickly. So some of these old tractors did not get near the hours on them that some of the larger ones, the heavier ones, did. Of course, this old girl has hours. I'm not saying she hasn't seen a plow, but sometimes you do find a jewel. A very unique set of individuals selling here at Bauer Auction. Interesting. That's just about all the filming we have time for today. We took a look at all the beautiful old antiques that are selling, these old relics that helped build America, put food on the table around the world. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you made it this far, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time.